PTR right now. We're checking out the new Zool, who got some reworks, as well as Stukov, who's going to be on both teams. There's going to be a Zool on both teams. He got a bit of a rework. Some things got changed around. We're gonna check him out. We're gonna take him for a spin, see how he plays. I haven't looked too much into the notes exactly to see what changed, but we're gonna look at this first. Shackler. Well, Bone Armor is active. Nearby enemies are slowed. Interestingly enough, basic attacks against heroes that are stun, rooted, or slowed, so even by Shackler itself, is going to reduce the duration of Bone Armor by 2 seconds. So we're going to start off and just take Shackler straight away and see how it goes. He got a lot of changes to the skeleton build, kind of the way they function, how it works out. Oh, that's a good hook. Lots of pressure on Stukov. He goes down. Alright, easy kill. Almost picked off Varian there. Still a little too close to home, though. Their Zool is on the bottom. It looks like Thrall's going bottom with Uther. I'm going to go top. They want me to go. They want me to Zool be Zool. Okay. I will do that. I'm fine with what's going on here. We'll go check this out. Zool goes to back off. So they got a little action up there on the bottom since we were slow in the rotation, but that's okay. Bone armor for everybody. So this is interesting. Here's one of the things that they changed up is his bone prison. So now, when you hit somebody with Bone Prison, any skeletal warriors that you summon will then immediately fixate on that target. So before they would just kind of go off on their merry way and do whatever it is that they were doing. Well, now if you've got a bunch of bone skeletons that are there, and you Bone Prison somebody, they will be fixated on that target. So if you can, you're going to want to build up some skeleton warriors. We're going to do it like right now. I'm going to want to back off, because I'm going to get my butt kicked here. I'm not sure what build he's going. Clearly his minions lasted longer than mine, so maybe he's playing a little bit better than I am. We're just going to tap this well. We're going to let them go for the warheads. I'm just going to push a little bit. Well, here you go. See? Now, I don't know if you saw that, but my skeleton warriors on the back actually turned around to go attack that Zool once I dropped Bone Prison on him. So we're going to do Jailers. Jailers is a new rework ability here. It still works the same when you Bone Prison somebody. It will spawn 2 Jailers that attack them, but there's a quest to raise 80 skeletal warriors across the board. And when you do that, when the skeletons fixate, they gain attack speed and movement speed. Now I'm in trouble here because I have no mana. So I need to back off just a bit. We're going to come up here just enough to soak the experience, and we're going to back off. So there's 8 skeleton warriors right from that, so that's pretty good. We're going to Hearth. We're going to come right back here. So at 7, we'll probably go just full skeleton build. We'll go Trogul's Essence. This was reworked as well. Every time a skeletal warrior attacks an enemy, it restores 1% of Zool's maximum health and 4% of his mana up. I think previously it was you had to have a minion die in a lane, so now it's just now when they attack, you get the bonus. Let's catch that orb. Here we go. Got some more Jailers coming up. Fun. We'll let him hang out over here. So the Zool and Zool combo is kind of a wash. It's kind of a wash. Their Zool went Shackler to start off with, but he went with a Scythe quest build, which is also new. I actually misplayed that quite a lot. There we go. Now he's going to be low on health. We're going to prison him again, but he's too close to the towers. I don't think he's going to get killed. Yep, he gets away. That's fine. That's a misplay on my part. Little mechanical miscue. There we go. Now we got lots of push that are coming up this way. Trying to get the bone prison on him. Doesn't look like I'm going to be able to. There it goes. We're going to trade off here. Now he had some skeletons, so look, I think he took Tregel's essence probably. He did, which meant his warriors gave him some health. I actually got mine killed, so it helped him out. We're gonna go tap the well. We'll just bring them closer over here. Now, so far, so good.
Warhead deployment in process.
We got lots of experience coming our way. We are 46, 47 now into the Jailer quest, which is great news for us. More than halfway to completing it. We're gonna have a warhead down here, so that'll be nice. And here's lots of Jailers coming over here. We're just gonna be able to catch him. See those Jailers run up and immediately go after him. I'm not going to be able to take this. Now we're going to take Poison Nova. Now you might say, why am I going to take Poison Nova when that's not really a quote-unquote skeleton build? Well, there is an ability at level 20 to upgrade that, which is going to increase the damage of the skeletons. Assuming we get to level 20. Alright, so we got ourselves a nuke. We'll let that go. That's fine. We'll come over here. I don't see anybody cycling. We're just going to drop this right in the middle. No complaints. We'll drop the nuke while we're at it. Damage for everybody. That's great. I like where that's going. 71. 71 on that quest ability. Alright, we got ourselves down. We're going to knock down that tower as well. There that goes. Just working the lane, working the experience. So, standard Zool stuff. I mean, it plays a little bit differently, but standard Zool stuff. So now I might want to rotate up here to help my team out. I don't know what's going on. It looks like they're getting pushed back. There is Stukov. I want to be careful because I did blow my ult. I don't want to come up from behind and get too caught. That's fine. I will let you get caught right up here in the towers. That is okay with me. I'm going to have to back off. Oh, I'm going to get killed. So that was a very, very good rotation on their part. Thought I was going to get away with that. They came in at the last minute and I got caught out of position. Just so close to the wall, too. He just wasn't able to get away. So we got 4 of them down here. I'm not sure what else is going on. Looks like this is going to push in. We're dropping some nukes over here. We're going to head back down below. Come see if we can help out. That's a hook on Zool. He's going to get away. Alright, so now we got everybody on the bottom. For reasons. We're going to come in here. We're going to hit the Poison Nova. There's a kill on Stukov. Alright, so that's an interesting trade-off. There is another Bone Prison. Not really the best guy to Bone Prison, Varian, but he was the closest. We're just going to kill these minions. That's somebody you would want to Bone Prison right there. That's the Kael'thas. That's a guy that you want to take down, and we do. Uther gets the killing blow. We are going to go Executioners. Executioner is a new one now. So Executioner is your standard Executioner thing, where you get more, you do more damage. I think it's 75% more? 30% more. I'm a big fat liar. To heroes whom are slowed, and you can trigger your slow with bone armor. I mean, any slow is going to do it, which is pretty sweet. Any of the CCs. We'll talk about the full talent build that we picked after the match. We're going to get this nuke here on the bottom. We do want to be careful. They're going to come back down. Good hook. Again, not the right guy to hook, but that's okay. And look at that bonus damage right there. Whoop, pushed along. Fortunately, just missed the terrain. This nuke's going to come down. This is just about going to kill. And we are going to kill it right there. There is the fort going down. Now see, look at the executioner because he's in the slow. We're going to let that go. Varian's really the wrong guy to focus. But he's so low, he's just so tempting. There goes, their Stukov is going to get killed. There he goes. That's a big nuke for the Kael'thas. Want to be careful about that. I am backing off. I'm a little bit low. I do want to go tap the well and rotate up. There's no well there, so I'm not going to tap that well. I'm just going to rotate up to the middle.
I stand sentinel.
We'll tap this one. Hello, friend. Alright. So they're all back middle now. Do want to be careful. Whoops. Can't get in on that. Bone Prison will be deadly for me. So you see, he's got dual scythe, so that's one of the quest talents here. We'll look at that. Where's the team? I don't know where the team is at. Oh, they're taking boss. Okay. So my team is taking boss while I'm sitting out here in the middle. We'll let them just... I'll just stand here, stand guard. That's fine. That is a win for us right there. Not a big deal. Once again, not necessarily the guy that you're going to want to get. Oh, that's a bad. We'll drop poison over here. Hopefully we'll hit some people. There he goes down. Okay, very good. Oh, good hook. Very good hook. That Varian, I'm not going to be able to get him. But nonetheless, we're going to get the fort anyway. So at 16, we're going to go Bone Spear. So Bone Spear got moved from 20 to 16. There is Corpse Explosion, and it works, I think, a similar way. But we're going to go Bone Spear here. Just because. It's free, it doesn't cost any mana. Still doesn't cost any mana. 12-second cooldown as opposed to a 10-second cooldown, but it's just extra damage. Looks like they're going to go and take that nuke. I'm going to cycle down over here. We'll take this nuke in the middle, hopefully.
Warhead deployment.
So far this is looking good. Stats are looking good.
Warhead collection.
And we got 2 nukes on the bottom that we're going to have to worry about.
Your nuke is now ready.
I mean, I'm coming down there to defend, but I have a nuke, so I can't pick another one up. I think Stitches is going. Stitches is going to go. Okay, great. I will just kind of sit here. Escort duty. Oh, that is a Kael'thas. That is a dead Kael'thas.
Meet your death.
Alright, very good. So I'm going to hang out with the team. I don't want to go too far out by myself. Even though we do have a 5v4 advantage. We've got 3 nukes here. Oh, there's a taunt. We're just going to go like this just to get rid of it. I don't trust that I was going to get killed. You get dead. That was a mistake. You get killed. Very good. We'll come up here. I'm actually, you know what? Let's cycle over this way. We're gonna go take this camp. I should be able to take this camp by myself. I don't see why I wouldn't be able to. We'll just drop that in here. Some skeleton warriors might have been nice, but that's okay. There we go. Tag that, let's go. I think we're gonna go boss, which is probably the way to do it. I'm gonna clear out this camp here, or this wave, get some experience. And let's go up and do boss. Now we got a group pushing down bottom, although it really doesn't make too much of a difference. It's 475 damage on that bone spear, so that's pretty sweet. I'm gonna tag this. I need to not stand in the bad. Alright, here comes the enemy team. They are not in time. We're just gonna come up. We're gonna bone prison. We are not gonna bone prison. We got stunned in silence. That was very good on their part. So Stukov came in and dropped his silent zone, and then I got stunned, and then I was dead. I walked in to try to use my poison armor, my poison nova, excuse me, and I got picked off pretty handily. So that was a good engage from them. We definitely lost this fight. Part of that was my fault, but on the plus side, we still have a 2-level lead. We have the boss that's gonna march toward this here fort, this here keep. It's going to get some structural damage in. It's going to, at the very least, it's going to take down that tower. I don't know if it'll take down the fort. There we go. There's the tower. I don't think we're going to get that keep down. They'll probably kill it before the keep goes down. Look at the hook. Hook on Kael'thas would have been great. We had no one to follow up. That's okay. Stukov is going to get this nuke easily. That keep is almost down. Stukov's going to get this nuke easily.
Update.
We're going to get this nuke up top easily, I believe.
End update.
I'm going to come up here, help them out. Nope, we don't. There's a good hook. So it wasn't so easily. We took a little too long, I think.
Warheads.
I don't know if I want to drop that on him, but that's fine. Out goes that. That's the poison. We're gonna tag the armor. I do want to back off. All right. Boom! Down he goes. Stun on that. Let's see if we can get another hook here. We do. Bone prison. Game. I will take that. That is a nuke. I think we're both going to collect it. Okay, I'm going to get it here.
Warhead collected. Your nuke is now arming.
So I got some skeleton warriors that are coming up. There they go. They're going to take that camp. That's fine. I'll let them do that. I'm just going to clear. It is a 2-on-3. I'm not worried about getting picked or anything right here. It's just Zul and Lucio. I'm not even going to drop the nuke here. Yeah, bone prison. Dead. This is probably game. We got 2 nukes here. We're going to drop a dead center just to get it out. We still have our other nuke. There it goes. I'm going to get myself picked, actually, because I'm way out of position. Yep. I don't know why we backed off. Thought we could have gotten that if we had focused on the core, but not a big deal. We're still gonna get. There's Varian. There's Lucio. This guy gets pushed all the way over there. Uther does. There, Stukov does go down. This should be game. Kael'thas is just about dead. He gets rooted. He gets picked. Zul's the only one alive. It's a 4v1. They should be able to. There's a good hook, man. Stitch is on his game. I don't know why we should just go get core. Like, hey, come on, guys. There we go. Stitches is working it. Or, Thrall's working it, I should say. And that's going to be game. Okay, good job. So it was a pretty solid effort. We'll talk about the talents that we picked and what's a little bit different. Stitches gets the MVP, which is good. He was spot on with the hooks, so good for him. Somehow I did warhead damage. Don't know how. I only dropped 2 nukes, but cool. We'll vote for Stitches. Just look at all that silence time for Stukov. Holy crap! So that was pretty solid. All right, let's peek at some. We'll peek at the talents that I picked. We'll peek at the talents that the other Zool picked because they were a little bit different. And we'll talk about some of the differences. Look at all that XPs. All right, so I mean, stats-wise, lots of siege damage. I guess part of that were the nukes. Some of that we get the XP. There, Zool had lots and lots of XP and lots of siege damage as well. I think getting killed was my own fault, but that's okay. So anyway, talents. So we both started with Shackler. So Shackler is a new... It's got some new functionality there on the bone armor for this one. Nearby enemies are slowed. Basic attacks against heroes that are slowed, stunned, or rooted will decrease the cooldown of bone armor by 2 seconds. So rooted, I mean, that's going to count your bone prison. That's going to count Uther stuns. That's going to count Stitch's putrid bile. So anything like that, Thrall, his wolf is going to slow him down, or root them, I should say. So anything like that is going to be pretty sweet, and it's going to be able to reduce the cooldown of bone armor, which will let you cast it more often, and that's it's pretty sweet. So I started off level 4. I went Jailers. Bone prisons spawn 2 skeletal warriors. That's the same functionality as it was previously, but it's got a quest now. Spawn 80 skeletal warriors, which we did that pretty quickly. While fixating on an enemy, skeletal warriors gain 50% movement and attack speed. So in a team fight, like over an objective, you know, that reward isn't going to be too much unless you can like somehow bring in some people with you. But it's definitely going to help him out in like the solo lane. When you're in the early game, when you're going to be spawning those skeletal warriors, you know, you're going to be able to break those out, and they're going to be able to like kind of engage on the enemies, since they do get fixated when you bone prison them now. So level 7, Tragul's Essence. Again, slight rework. Every time a skeletal warrior attacks an enemy, restores 1% of your maximum health and 0.4 of your maximum mana. Again, not going to be, it's going to be of limited value in an objective fight, an objective team fight that's away from, you know, minions, mercenaries, stuff like that. Like, you know, fighting over the warheads. At least the warheads are kind of close enough where you can kind of bring some minions, bring some skeletal warriors, you know, with you, or kind of build some up before you go to pick it in most cases, but some objectives are going to just be too far away to get a whole lot of value out of this. But it's still early enough, so it's still, you know, pre-10, so you'll have some time in the solo lane. Use this as your sustain to keep yourself going and be great for a split push. Level 10, I went Poison Nova. So this, I think the default, I think this is unchanged. I don't think they touched this at all. When we get to 20, you're going to see why I picked this over Skeleton Warriors, or Skeleton Mages, I should say. So at 13, Executioner. Attacking a hero that is slowed, rooted, or stunned increases your basic attack damage by 30%. So we've got some slows and some roots and some stuns, which is why I went with this. I mean, I've got some slows straight off of Shackler. Thrall's got a root, Uther's got a stun, Stitches has got a slow. So anything like that is going to increase, increase your basic attack damage. Pretty nice. This will be great if you can combo this with somebody who's just got this stuff baseline, like Jaina. That'll be a great combo. You bring it in, she just slows everything in sight, and you go in and do a whole crap ton of extra damage. I went Bone Spear just because it's fun. I don't know if I like it. I've always liked it. I always picked it at level 20 just because it's fun. It's free damage, essentially. 12-second cooldown. It was at level 20 on a 10-second cooldown, I believe. Now it's 12 seconds at 16. It's free damage. It's a skill shot. You still have to hit it. But, you know, it's just extra stuff. You don't have to worry about mana. You don't have to worry about anything like that. You just kind of pop it out. So here we go. Level 20. I did Poison and Dariel's Visage. Poison Nova heals for 50% of the damage dealt, which is nice. That's a little. I think that's a change to old Poison Nova. I'm not sure. I never actually took the upgrade at 20, so don't quote me on that. But here's an interesting one. Passive. Skeletal Warriors deal 50% increased damage. So that's the reason why I did it. Again, level 20... I'm not sure how much value you're going to get from Skeletal Warriors, all things considered, but I wanted to give it a try and see how it worked out. So that's the build I picked there for Zool. Let's see what the enemy Zool did. He also went Shackler. Reaper's Toll hit 20 heroes with Spectral Scythe. Reward reduced the cooldown of Spectral Scythe by 3 seconds. So There you go. So I think he completed that. I'm not sure. I didn't actually check. So you can if you hit this pretty often, you can drop the cooldown off. So that would be interesting. He also took Truggle's Essence. Also went Skeletal Mages. So there you go. That's like your kind of your standard. Level 13, Echoes of Death. Spectral Scythe. Can't speak. Spawns 2 additional sights next to the first one. 1.5 seconds, dealing 75. That was when I think you saw that when I was in that mid lane, where the Zul kind of threw the scythe out. And then a short time after, 2 of them kind of came out at an angle, you know, to on either side of me. So that was that. Again, I'm not sure how much you're going to get out of that. That's going to be hard to aim. Interesting to see it in action, though. It's if you don't know it's there, you can definitely kind of like dodge one and then get hit by the other. At 16, he went amplified damage. Excuse me. I think that's your. I think that's unchanged. From what it was. Enemies rooted by Bone Prison lose 25 armor for 1.75 seconds. So that's that. Let's look at the talents go real quick. So I think everything else is the same. Shackler got changed. So there's the quest. That I believe is the same. Okay, each enemy hit by curse strikes reduce its cooldown by a half second up to 10 seconds. Actually, that is changed a little bit. If my understanding is, I'm looking at the notes correctly. I could just be crazy. It's been a while since I've played a real Zul game. Here we go. Jailers is the quest talent that I took. Level 7. We've got Harvest Vitality. I think that's the same. I know they rearranged some of the talents in terms of what levels they are on. So Weaken, increase attack speed, reduction of curse strikes by 35%, and the duration by a second. And then Truggle's Essence. 10, we went with that. We talked about the alts. 13, if you didn't go Executioner, we've got a Rapid Harvest. Gain, here's an interesting alternative. Gain 5% attack speed for 3 seconds each time curse strikes hits an enemy up to 75. So I didn't actually try this out. My understanding on this is this enemy doesn't necessarily have to be a hero. You can drop this in a lane and just do this on a thing full of minions. So if you get a full minion wave and you just slice through them with curse strikes, and then suddenly you've got all kinds of crazy attack speed. I want to see how that's going to play out. I'm curious how that'll work. You know, 3 seconds isn't a whole lot of time to 3 seconds isn't a whole lot of time to take advantage of that, at least in a lane. But in a team fight, if you hit 3 or 4 heroes in a row with your curse strikes, and you get super fast attack speed bonus after that, so that could be something that's interesting there. 16, amplified damage, corpse explosion. When skeletal warriors die, they explode for 55 damage in a small area. Deals 100% increased damage to non-heroic enemies. This can be interesting for lots of push. I didn't do it just because I really just wanted to go Bone Spear. There's nothing to it. That's all that it is. I think this was on level 13 before. It's now up to 16. So again, questionable how far late in the game you're going to be sending out skeletal warriors into a lane where they're really going to be something that you're going to have to worry about. So I'm wondering if this particular talent might lose some value, that it's now further up in the tree. I think it gains a lot of value earlier on when you're still going to be laning with Zul. But again, could be wrong. I was super wrong about some other things, Malthael being one of them. We'll see how it plays out. And level 20, I got Untitled Visage, Cold Hand of Death. I think that's the same. Actually, this one no longer spawns skeletal mages when a hero is killed. When skeletal warrior attacks slow enemies for 2 seconds. So this is your skeletal warriors, not just the mages, any skeletal warrior whatsoever. So you get slow just baseline from skeletal warriors at level 20 with Cold Hand of Death. Mortal Wound, reduced healing, and then Kalan's Edict, which I believe is new. Skeletal warrior attacks reduce the cooldown of Zul's heroic ability by 1%. So that has the potential to be pretty neat. You get a lot of skeletal warriors going on, attacking some stuff, and you're able to cast your heroic more often. I mean, you got 70 and 90 seconds, so they're mid-range heroics. They're not too long. But any reduced cooldown could be nice, especially in a team fight. So he's still got a lot of split push potential. Some of his abilities definitely, like Executioner is great. That's a team fight ability, especially if you got somebody who can trigger it. You can trigger yourself with Shackler. So he's probably a little better in a team fight than he was before. Still has lots of split push as you saw, or lots of push potential as you saw. I'm curious how it's going to play out. I don't think it's too far off the old Zul playstyle. So I kind of like it. Gives him a little more variety. Makes him a little bit stronger in the late game than he was, at least in the past. Excuse me. So I'm down with it. Anyway, we'll see how it plays out. We'll probably do a full kind of walkthrough once this is live. This will probably go live next week. Anyhow, my name is Conman, of course. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think differently about Zool. If you've had the chance to check him out on the PTR, if you've played him at all, if you think this is a good change or a bad change. I like it. I like what they've done with him for the most part. I still wonder about some of his skeleton talents toward the end of the game, but I guess that's the trade-off. If you pick the skeleton talents, you get lots of push and hopefully you build up that advantage. Anyhow, I will see you all soon. Thanks for watching.